It may not come as much as a surprise, but I'm not like thrilled with character designs I came up with in Gotcha Club when I was 16 years old. Except, I mean, the stained glass portraits kind of go hard still. They're not terrible. I mean, it could have been much worse. Like the initial designs were absolutely. I'm a pretty different person from who I was back then. In fact, I'm actually 3 different people now, which kind of. So yeah, not redrew, remade them. Yay. So first, here's my little pathetic little meow meow boy Helios. He's definitely not a self-insert. I feel like, I didn't really change all that much. I did want them to have more cohesiveness, so I gave them all the bow and I added some green just to mix things up. I also felt like the outfits kind of just looked like regular peasant designs for him, so I gave him a little bit of pizzazz with the green and I don't know. I guess it just didn't really look like a power-up for him if it was just gonna be him in his clothes. It's like a modern magical girl, but they're just wearing, like, t-shirts. I remade Delta. I got rid of the ugly skirt thing he had. The things on the shoulders are supposed to be, like, I don't know how to pronounce them, but the little military jacket type things with the little golden things. I don't know how to pronounce them. Apiloptis or something, whatever. Anyways, I redid that and it's bluer now. And I made her more of a fish. So he's a fish now. I almost entirely just redid Cyrus's because, like, the original I think was pretty aesthetically pleasing. Like, it was the coolest looking out of them, but I mean, I don't really know why I did it. Like, it doesn't fit her. She's a mechanic. She lives in the fucking desert, so I tried to look for reference images and do more research on what that would actually look like. I couldn't really find, like, a veil that looked like I wanted it to look like, so I tried to do somewhat of a veil, but I couldn't really find one that looked right, but this is the best I got. Unfortunately, whenever I change her pose, like, she gets skinny. She's supposed to be a very bulky girl, like, in the original, I tried my best, but I can never make her, she's supposed to be plus size, she's supposed to be really tall, she's a mechanic, she's supposed to be, like, extremely strong. Like, she's supposed to be very bulky, like a bodybuilder type build, but not exactly, like, kind of more natural than that, but yeah. Gotcha Life really wants to make her skinny so bad, please do not stop. Juniper's adorable, she's cute, I did her too different. I wanted her to look more innocent, more childlike, because she's supposed to be, like, significantly younger. Like, she's not tons younger, but when you're, like, a teen, a 4-year age gap is a lot, which is weird because I'm 20, so, like, I literally just got out of that phase, but, like, I wanted her to look really cutesy and innocent because she's 14. But not so much so that she looks like a child, because 14-year-olds are still, teenagers, but I wanted her to look younger. I also wanted to have more flowiness, but more earthiness to it, too. I didn't really have much of an issue with Egos, but I redid hers because I changed some of the lore bits, too. So I thought it would just make more sense. I mean, the Eternity Hunters and, like, the new version I'm rewriting, which is not coming anytime soon, by the way, but it's probably eventually going to because I'm working on it, but they're supposed to be more of a cult, but I didn't do that, and I have no idea why I didn't do that, but I didn't, but I actually want to go back on that idea. And so I kind of wanted them to have more cohesive outfits, but not entirely. Like, I also kind of wanted to do, like, a more Rococo design, but it just wouldn't make sense in the setting, kill your darlings, which I really hate, so I tried to give her a more medieval design, but also, like, the purple, and I wanted her to kind of be over the top, because in the new lore I'm making, she's kind of, like, sort of judged for being a little too vain, because she dresses up, like, a lot more than the others, so I gave her, like, purple and the jewelry and stuff. Kind of to say, like, Ego isn't exactly part of this group, like, she's officially part of the group, but the only reason, she's not a believer, and the only reason she's there is because she wants to get closer to Helios, and how she's, like, even using the villains, basically. Like, she doesn't really care about anything, like, kind of how it was in the original, she doesn't really care about their goals, she just wants to get closer to Helios, and she's using them for that. if I ever do like actually make this, which will probably be in a long time, then I do want to probably do like a few other rounds of redesigns just to refine them. I also may have to account for the fact that I'm going to either use the green screen or magenta screen, so I'm gonna have to like, you know, design accordingly. And I also do kind of want, I mean, with Cyrus, I'm gonna have to make a bunch of custom poses or something because she's just not doing it. I'm gonna have to figure out how to do that too because I can't figure out how to save poses. So I'm gonna have to make her a ton of her own poses because the program just does not want to let her be fat. I'm not saying that this is like the fault of the program or whatever. I mean, maybe, but I'm just saying that it's a very frustrating issue that I'm gonna have to figure it out because, yeah. I also do not know where the props went. I'm gonna have to figure out how to use the program in general. By program, I mean the fucking dress-up game. But I also, Cyrus still has a wheelchair. I do want to give her prosthetics because I feel like that would also work. Same with Helios. Helios, I also wanted to do that with for more reasons. There's a lot more that I'm working on right now, but yeah. That being said, it's kind of on the back burner because I'm working on Miracle Mirage, and that's going to take a long time, especially since making a graphic novel, in most cases, unless you're doing a lot of crazy editing, takes a lot longer. And I'm kind of more interested in it because, I mean, it's not a kid's app, so I don't really have to censor my own story writing. So it's something I might do, but it's kind of like just a maybe. Like, if there's high enough demand, I might do it. Or if I just have time, but I probably won't for like a few years. So read my thing I'm making. Read the thing. You should read it. Because if you don't, I'll cry. Okay, goodbye.